Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 40 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 2 to the power of 2x plus 1. So, to solve an equation like this, well, a lot of people actually just try to plug in values of x and see if it works. But for the majority of equations like this, x is usually going to be a decimal number. So it's likely that x isn't going to be a whole number. So we want to find the exact value for x. And to do that, we're going to be using a couple properties of exponents. So the first property is if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So we see here that we have 2 to the power of 2x plus 1, and that's exactly in this form. A is 2, m is 2x, and n is 1. So I can rewrite it as 2 to the power of 2x times 2 to the power of 1. Now, what about 40 to the power of x minus 1? This isn't a plus, this is a minus sign, so we can't use this property, right? Well, actually, we can rewrite 40 to the power of x minus 1 as 40 to the power of x plus negative 1. And now we can use this property because we have m plus n, m being x and n being negative 1. So I get 40 to the power of x times 40 to the power of negative 1 is equal to 2 to the power of 2x times 2 to the power of 1. Now, 40 to the power of negative 1, well, if I have something in the form a to the power of negative n, this is the same thing as 1 over a to the power of n. So 40 to the power of negative 1 is the same thing as 1 over 40 to the power of 1. Now, another thing, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So, and 40 to the power of 1, I'm just going to rewrite as 40. So 2 to the power of 2x, I can rewrite as 2 squared to the power of x. Now from here, I get 40 to the power of x times 1 over 40 is equal to 2 squared, which is 4, to the power of x times 2. Now, 40 to the power of x times 1 over 40 equals 4 to the power of x times 2. What I'm going to do is divide both sides by 4 to the power of x. So these two cancel out, and I get 40 to the power of x over 4 to the power of x times 1 over 40 is equal to 2. And now we want to get rid of this 1 over 40, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 40. So now these two are going to cancel out, and I get, for my left-hand side, I get 40 to the power of x over 4 to the power of x. And for my right-hand side, I get 80 is equal to 80. Now, another property of exponents is that if I have something in the form a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is equal to a over b to the power of m. So 40 to the power of x over 4 to the power of x is going to turn into 40 over 4 to the power of x, and this is equal to just 80. Now 40 divided by 4, as everyone probably knows, is 10. So now I'm left with 10 to the power of x is 80, which is a significantly simpler equation than from what we started with. Now, to solve this, I'm going to use logarithms. So I'm going to take the log on both sides, so I get log 10 to the power of x is equal to log 80. And if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, this is equal to b times log a. So I get x times log 10 is equal to log 80. And if you guys already know, log 10 is 1. So I get x is equal to log 80. And log 80 is equal to approximately 1.90309. So this is my solution.